Hi there. This is Joe Meadows, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to submit a workplace observation using OpsLock. Now, as you can see here on the screen, in this video, we're going through this process on one of our pro accounts, but the process is exactly the same. If you are using a community account, the screens will just look a little bit different. But all the functionality I'm going to cover today is there. So let's get started. I've got my phone here. That's what you're seeing on the screen. If I move it around, you'll see that this is a live view. And the reason that I'm recording this video on my mobile device is we do believe that the best way to submit an observation is with a mobile device. You get a little bit more options, having the cameras, etc. So that's what I'm going to show you today. But at the end of the video, I'll show you how you can submit an observation on your desktop if that's what's right for you where you work. So let's get started. So here we go. We've got a mobile device. And so let's imagine we see something that we want to report as a safety concern or a suggestion for improvement, etc. If I see something, all I need to do is tap on this camera icon in the top left-hand corner of the screen. That will initialize the camera on the device. I can then take a quick photo of the thing I want to report. I have the option to sketch on my image. So if there's something in particular I want to highlight, I can certainly do that and draw some arrows or do whatever it is I need to do to make sure that whoever reviews this observation is looking at the right thing and doesn't have to waste their time. So I can do that. I can explain what it is I'm reporting. I can add an additional description if that is required. I can choose my location. It's going to default to my regular work location, and it's going to already choose today's date as the basic info. You can see here for type, it's already chosen safety. If this is a quality concern or an improvement concern, I can share those as well, but let's leave this as safety. If I called an all stop on the work, I can indicate that. If I resolved it in the moment, I can indicate that. I can do both. And if I did resolve it, I can explain how and why I did that in this little text box, and then I'll share that information with whoever reviews this so that they know no follow-up is required. So that's kind of the process. Maybe we'll say that we stop the work in this case, and I'll just press save. And I just want to kind of finish this process. We'll go through it again really quickly so you can see how quickly this might happen. And then we'll go a little bit more into depth into that third option you probably saw, which was impact. So again, let's go back to our homepage. Let's imagine we saw something else we wanted to report. So I'm going to report this mouse. I'm going to skip the thing. So I'm just going to press upload. So I'm not going to draw anything. I'm going to say prefer mouse with click wheel. I'm going to report that as an improvement suggestion. I'm going to press save, and that's it. So we're talking probably about 10 seconds, maybe less, to submit an observation using this system. It's going to come right in, and you're going to be ready to go. So now, if we come back, we can see if we scroll down, 2 observations submitted today for this company. If I click on that, we can see those 2 that we submitted, and I can review this one. Now, the last thing I want to touch on while we're here is the third option that you may have seen when I submitted those observations. And that option is called impact. So let's go through an example of when you might use that impact option. So again, let's imagine I've cut my finger, or maybe some equipment's been damaged. That's maybe less. No, we'll go finger injury. That's an easy one. So we tap this, and I can say, oh, I've cut my finger. And maybe we'll draw a little cut here. And then we'll say that's what we're trying to highlight. Okay, so cut finger, and I can explain how. So let's say cut my finger on a can. So again, I'm still going to keep this as a safety observation, but now when I'm reporting something where there's actually been a consequence, maybe equipment's been damaged, someone's been injured, etc., we've created a way to really easily communicate that to your leadership through this observations tool, making it easier for you to report things, and on their side, making it easier for them to do an investigation if that's what's required on the back end. So if I tap on impact, it's going to allow me to attach an impact and essentially collect a little bit more information that's going to help me submit this to my leadership and help them do that investigation. So I'll say injury. It's then going to ask me a few simple questions. So let's say, who's the employee who is hurt? What was injured? So let's say left hand. Type of injury. We'll say laceration and cut on sharp can edge. If I wanted to add some additional photos here of maybe, again, different images of a broken piece of equipment, or again, additional photos of the injury, I can do so. I just press add impact. And then when we come back here, we can see that we now have this impact that's been added to the thing. If we wanted to add an additional impact, we can add, for example, damage. And here we can explain equipment broken. We could take some photos of that equipment if I wanted to. So let me just take a quick photo. Again, I'll just take a photo of my mouse. But we could share that with our team, add that impact, and now we come back and we can see that we have a finger injury and some equipment damage. So we save that, and now that's going to submit that observation. It's going to send a special notification to leadership to let them know that we've not only submitted an observation, but that was one with some impacts, and that's probably something they're going to want to follow up on. So let me come in here and let's create a new window, and let me just quickly show you what this might look like. Ooh, give me 1 second here. Let's take a quick look at what this looks like on the desktop and just flesh out that experience. So here we go. We come into our company view. We can see, we've had 3 observations submitted today, and I can view those observations. If you want to learn more about processing these observations, there's a whole separate video on that. But if I did want to submit an observation via my desktop, all I need to do is come to this observations list, tap this button, I can add an observation, and I can enter all that same information directly from my desktop without ever having to use my phone. So again, it's just kind of choose your own adventure here. That's it as far as submitting observations. Hopefully this answers any questions you might have. If there's any other information we can share, please reach out to us and we'll do our best to help you out. And if there's anything you think we could do to improve this process, please let us know, and we'd be happy to do that. So anyway, I hope you have a great day. Thanks.